Nathan, you get the fun job of wire wheeling.
Yeah, with the new Ryobi.
Yeah, it's not new. That's older than you are.
Yeah, that's what I said. New.
New.
New
So,
to the garage, at least.
if you want to start assembling everything, which it looks like you do based on the fact that you already started assembling stuff without waiting for me, so you got to pull them all apart so we can grease them properly. So now you get to clean all the hardware, which, guess what? You would have had to do anyway. Your hardware, you clean it.
Yeah.
So you get to do that. I'll be back later. Hi guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nate.
And welcome to our garage, where today, as you can see, Nathan's already started doing some of the assembly. He's got the roll cage painted for the most part. There's some spots he needs to touch up. Some things are going to have to come off, like the air conditioning condenser, but...
And the cage, of course.
And the cage. We've got some of the parts and pieces laid out here, laid out here. We're just going to start going through and doing some of the assembly prep. I think first things first, we're going to start with getting the spring plates installed. I've already got them indexed both sides at 22 degrees. Hopefully that should be the right ride height, or a close enough ride height. And hopefully I've got both sides level. Doing with my protractor, everything looked good, so we're going to start there.
Oh wow, is this the PN911109?
No, it's the part number 165107-6.
Well, this says...
I don't know where that part number is from, probably the company that actually produces it for MV, that MV buys it from. Our torsion bars are greased, our spring plate bushings are not. Everyone says urethane bushings are super squeaky. Well, they are if you don't grease them.
Which is why we have this stuff.
So this is why we grease it. So you've got gloves, tear off the end of that, and you don't have to coat the living heck out of it. This stuff is extremely sticky. So just like that, nice thin coat, smear that out, see how she does all the way around. Coat it.
It's too much.
Oh, well, again, you have to coat all the way around it, Nathan, not just those areas. So just take it, smear it out, spread it out.
So it doesn't go...
Yeah. So smear some on that face.
And
That's going to go inside, and it's going to be twisting against the torsion housing on the inside. There we go.
Well, I was just wondering if I...
Yep.
Oh wow, that went in release.
Yeah, it's much easier when you have grease.
Oh, we didn't actually put any on the inside though, right?
Well, pull it out and put some on the inside. Here, inside is most important because that's the spot where it actually
So literally coat the
really
heck out of it.
twists.
Now this...
All right,
Okay.
that goes on. Spring plate goes on.
With the non-sticky part.
Well, you're going to slide over a sticky bushing over it in a second. So we're looking for 22 degrees.
And that's when we're going to push it in? Or what?
Yeah. Somewhere in that ballpark. Try and push it in. Lined up on the teeth? Yes, we are. All right. All right. Maybe grab the orange hammer. Hold up. We're not actually getting in. Let's try this a different way then.
See, this is how I got it on last time. It's a wee bit easier.
Right.
This piece lemon squeezy.
That doesn't look like 22 degrees to me.
Yeah,
Nope. All right.
watch it be it.
Should be. Those teeth only go in certain spots, so. All right, do that.
Mackerel.
All right, right there. You know what? That's not going to be enough angle, I don't think. Although I did notch the spring plates from last time.
Yeah,
last time we were on here, we were notched, so.
It should be good.
Let's run with that. All right. Will it go any further? It should. Yep. All right. That should be enough. So where is the greasy greases?
Oh, no, you had it.
It's over in the Mediterranean Sea, Nathan.
Now that I know how to do it, you just go. Since this is also going to be slightly more consistent.
Yep. All surfaces. Coat it all. And because these spring plates are notched and our torsion housing is also cut down, these went on much easier than normally, because a lot of times what you'd have to do is preload this by jacking up the vehicle off this, sometimes actually strapping the chassis to the jack or using a spring plate tool to compress this up. Basically it's a large clamp. Is that enough?
Good enough. Maybe I should push the car.
Or maybe I should hold it while you push the car. There we go.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, I might want to wipe that. Just like it's brand new.
Yeah.
Just like we painted it last week.
Yeah, we only painted it like 5 days ago.
I mean...
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot we painted it
5 days ago.
Sunday. I thought we painted it on
Yeah, that's what happens when you homeschool, and you don't know how to keep track of your days, like us working class stiffs.
I still do school.
Yeah, but you don't take track of days, and you don't get up on normal schedule. Might put some more grease on there, just for good measure.
Well, actually, this week I've been getting up at like 8:30 pretty regularly.
Like the rest of the world. All right, now you can line up your screws. All right, so you start grabbing them. Grab the opposite corners if you can. Just for some fancy accents, Allen-headed bolts, black washers.
Honestly, it just looks so good with the dark gray and the light gray, and then the light gray.
That's why I did that.
And the slight piece of red.
Yeah.
That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Are we gonna get this arm on, or do that side, and then?
Let's do that side. And then we're gonna come back and start with the trailing arm.
Yeah.
I guess.
Get the bushings all greased so they don't go
Squeaker, 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 squeaker. Do you grease the inside too?
Yeah, I grease all the sides.
All around, all the sides.
Yeah.
All right, now we gotta get all of that hardware.
I guess might as well grease these two. The outside. Just with the extra hand grease.
Yep.
So grease, I can just push it on in with my hand. Just with my hands.
Perfect.
I mean, it was hard, but I got it.
Nice. All right, now the fun part is we've got to get this bolt in and get these guys bolted up.
Well, not scratching our first opinion.
Good luck on that. Here's our hardware. And there's all that. The washers go on the outside of the pivot bolt. Over
So
there.
This? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the pivot bolt. We'll just get that lined up. Yeah, you got both bolts in, or both washers in. Slides the bolt in.
Actually, I like the way that clean it. It's brand new almost.
All right.
And before we get that guy in there too, probably. So the washers go like that, and then in there.
I'd only go with the bolts from the inside to the outside. You got put a washer on, please.
Oh,
All right.
oh
Do we have the upper shock bolt?
well. My car is going together. It looks so good with all the brain hardware and everything. Yeah.
All right. So down. Now, if we were to jack this thing up,
It would go down. Yeah!
it's on the spring plate. We may have to put some more load in the spring plates, but we'll find out later. Well, you know what? We have a jack right there. Let's find out. Before we bolt that side up.
It brings the car up, so I'm sure it's good. Yeah, the car's up.
Yeah, but how stiff is...
I'd say that's good.
Yeah, we might need to stiffen it up some, but
We'll find out when we
right now it holds the car up. When we put the engine and everything else in the body on,
body.
it might get soft and squatty, but we'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out. All right, we're gonna do the same thing over there. All right, back from dinner. I guess we could put...
Get the shifter?
No,
Or,
I
well,
don't
at
want to
least
put
the
the shifter
shifter.
until the transmission's in. But we could put the pedal assembly in. No,
That'd be fun.
we can do the master cylinder.
Oh yeah. So what needs to go over this guy?
What needs to go over that guy is what needs to go in that guy, and what needs to go in that guy is the grommets. In the meantime, in between time, while I'm looking for grommets, the spacers are on the table. You gotta find bolts that are long enough to go through here into the master cylinder
With
those spacers on, and with washers. Found them. Make sure you install the spacer
Because of the might be.
through there before that's in
This
there.
is still kind of wet. Because it's.
Oh, hold on. We need to put on the boot. Hold on.
Oh.
Do you not understand what the words hold and on mean? They mean...
No.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. You know what?
Oh,
We're
wait,
gonna put a little dab of grease in there.
Wait, this guy goes into there, right?
Once it's attached to the master cylinder, yeah. Or the pedal assembly, rather. Dab of grease and just stick that on there.
Why?
So that doesn't lock into there.
So like the Doom buggy when we first got it?
Maybe, perhaps. I can't remember. All right.
Well, I kind of.
All right, sweet.
So yeah. Yeah, there we go.
This line, and actually before we do that, we might as well.
Perfect. All done.
It's done. Perfect. Well, you need to loop around the pedal assembly here,
Okay, okay. I can do
up
that.
through there, and into there.
Which is why we have these rubbery balls.
Those are the boys are down here already.
Oh, I already did?
Yeah.
Okay, where's that super fancy?
Your hand's right there.
Okay.
So you need to go a 90, or like a 90 into another, like 45.
Well, I was thinking 90, right?
I would go 90 that way, but drop that 90 down like that, and then do a 45-ish like that.
Got it good enough?
All right. Now we have to drop down.
Wait, so does one need to go on both sides?
Yep, one needs to go on both sides. Don't even try because we're going to be moving this thing around. Right now, let's do a real quick, grab the clutch pedal fork off there. Now that we got our pedal assembly mocked up, so now we can see what all we need to clear. So we need to drop down just along this edge, and then we got to come around here.
First of all, bending it down, of course.
Yeah, so
So,
we can pull that out for the moment.
so just bend,
Take a look. Yep.
and then
We need to bend a little bit more this way, right here, because that's going to be right about there. So right about
here.
yeah, it should be good.
And just see if I can get this thing dangled back in there. Yeah, I'm just kind of stick that in there.
That way. I like that one that way. Right there.
Yeah, it looks so
It
good,
is.
huh?
I'm going to start with that tab. So,
You
hammer and
like-
screwdriver.
Or, even better, the actual torque of the drum. Perfecto. Can you hold the line while I get this? Thank you.
Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork.
And multitasking. Hold on and tightening at the same time.
I want to get this in before we get too much.
Yep. Good go.
So,
You know what's really, really fun, Nathan?
what?
Installing this brake line in the dark in a full operating car from underneath.
You did that?
That was the first time I ever replaced one of these brake lines.
Moving?
No, not moving, but it was nighttime and it was raining, so the car was wet on the bottom side. And it was dark. I was in the garage in Grandpa Meebang's house, my house that I grew up in. We had one garage light over the top like that. That's all the light I had. Underneath the car, you know how much light that is?
Like,
None. So,
and everything was already in, so.
and everything in the car was already, it was a complete driving car.
Wait, this bolt?
This line,
Oh, that
I had to
part.
replace that entire line.
So you had to pull the carpet up?
But yeah, that was not fun. You get that tight?
I got that one tight. I haven't gotten that line tight. Oh yeah, also we might want to tighten down these two.
You might want to tighten those down. We got our brake lines hooked up. Everything back to there. We still got to paint our rear calipers. Got to paint our front calipers eventually when we do front beam. But hang out and watching that camera. What are you doing?
I'm just getting a slight bit of an extension so that I can get all of them.
Okay.
You know, really scratched off a little bit of paint, right?
Yeah. Can we put the pedal assembly in? Oh, Nathan, we got to put these front grommets in.
I didn't do it.
Push an end in and put it in as much as you can by hand.
Hand by hand? So I
Hand
can
by
get any
hand.
hand by hand.
All three lines are tight?
Yep. Should be. Oh well. Should be low
All the
enough.
way forward or further in the back?
I don't know.
You want to go there?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Brake fluid.
Good to go. All right.
Oh, I thought we were out of brake fluid.
Aw, man.
That's why we can't
That's
stop.
why we can't stop. All right, pedal assembly instructions are right there. Don't tell me you can't do it.
How are you supposed to do this thing? Come on.
Read the instructions.
Where's figure 1? If that's figure 2, where's 1?
I don't know, just do a piece of paper away.
Well, it doesn't have figure one either. We're all getting promises, we're outside. So easy. Straight through. Let's see, does it fit? Better than most things nowadays. Not
A light coat of grease on our accelerator cable.
Not too much.
Not caked with bacon.
Was I supposed to put that washer in between there so it doesn't shake?
Destruction, let's say.
There is no destructions. You can't even see anything on it. I'm guessing the roller goes over that.
That's a good guess.
Look at that. It's kind of off to the side, but yeah. Is it supposed to press down like that?
Yeah, that's not the way the throttle works. Which way does the throttle work?
Oh, that's I'm going back. How stupid can I be? Vroom, vroom. Tired. Turns out.
Apparently. We need to get a very small nut and bolt to attach that to that. I think we need a master push rod now, though.
Oh yeah, I did one of those.
That bolt in there, and that bolt in there.
Wow, look how fancy my car's coming. So this is why the pedal was for. So that.
Alright, before you set the way down, get the front one too.
So all the cables in theory should work, hopefully. Other than the push. Oh yeah, that's why that thing's open. Huh?
Yeah. Another 1/4 inch off or so. Let's see how that goes. There we go.
Light. Very light.
Cable
now,
is through.
will it still actually go into the transmission tighten? No.
Well, that's going to be a question for a day when we get the transmission in.
So it should be no slack.
A lot of times if you screw yourself way more slack than needed, you can just pull it all the way forward. Okay. You got it?
And got it. Too easy peasy.
That's there. Alright, let's clean up some of this mess.
I want to do it.
I know, just hang on there. Alright, put the tools away.
I did. Oh.
No, you didn't. You're supposed to go here. Goes there, hardware goes there.
It's a Volkswagen pedal cover. People's car. That's basically what you're saying in Germany. So technically, this isn't a Volkswagen. It's a people's car. Perfect.
There you go. Now you know the secret.
It looks so nice, huh? It looks like a new car, almost.
We could have gone closer to the pedals than that, but I'm okay with that.
It doesn't matter. Well, actually, not really.
Yeah, you're right. No, we're
Pretty much on the dot.
We're out pretty much as far as we need to be. Not bad for a couple hours work on a Friday night, Nathan.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get the rear pretty much buttoned together tomorrow, and hopefully transmission painted, so then that can go in there.
First things first, we'll clean up the transmission and get it painted.
Mm-hmm.
While it's drying, we'll get all the axles and bearings and stuff in the back cleaned up. Get all that stuff reassembled. We got to pull apart the rear brake calipers. Those have to be painted.
Yeah.
Master cylinder in. All the brake lines plumbed up to the trailing arms. All the pedals in. This is Jeremy Clarkson. We'll see you next week. I'm just kidding. I'm not Jeremy Clarkson. I can't drive half as good as he can, and I'm nowhere near as wealthy, or as tall, or as big around.
We're old.
But on that note, we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. All right, we're back at it again. Today is Saturday, the 8th of February. It's kind of just a cleanup and paint day. Nathan's working on pulling apart our brake calipers to get those painted red, because brakes are red. Red stop, stop signs red. We're gonna paint them red.
Lights.
Red lights. We already painted the master cylinder red. You guys saw that. We've cleaned up and we've cleaned the transmission. I'll show you guys that in a second. Nathan's got a 3rd coat of paint on the roll cage, 2nd coat of paint on the rear bumper. We did a quick rebuild on our transmission, so that's all good to go. And then over here, Nathan's got a roll cage all painted up. We've got the rear bumper, getting all of our bearings cleaned up. Since we did all that fabrication, all the metal dust and everything else, we're going to get all those cleaned, and we'll get those re-greased, and we'll get our rear trailing arms all bolted back together, as far as our axles and bearings and spacers and whatnots. Hopefully be able to get the rear end back on its own wheels. Nathan's masking away on those calipers. So that's the work for Saturday. If we get to actually doing any assembly, I'll bring you guys back for that. In the meantime, we're just going to do a whole bunch of cleaning and prepping and painting.
It's my favorite part.
Whose favorite part?
Mine. because you can actually see progress. What would be a plan of attack for getting this thing back there?
I normally grab it right here, here needing those pliers, and just push it back, or you can just try and push it like that.
Yeah, I got up to here.
Well, look, we got access hole there.
Right there. Let me stop. Yeah, use my car.
You strike that fire.
Okay.
Now we want that thing centered in this for general vicinity. And then we've got thread on our shift coupler at the back, our shift rod connection.
Which is the aftermarket one, right?
Yep. There's a gauge based on where that was. And we'll keep on going. Right there. So it goes sideways that way. And then just see where it's at. That needs to go into the transmission. And to make sure that our transmission is in neutral. There we go. How does that look as far as length? Yeah, how is that in our cup? Too far forward? Yep, too far forward. We got to shorten it up. Check right there.
See, that's good.
So now we need to be able to tighten that guy and hold that guy straight.
See, now it's definitely too far back. There. I'm not entirely sure why they couldn't have just used a nut and bolt. You know, they have to use a random pointy wire. I see that a lot.
Safety wires. Do I have my safety wire pliers?
Safety third.
Some safety wire pliers.
Pretty sure I've seen those before and wondered what the heck they were.
I know. Good and tight.
Yeah. What's the point of doing that?
Makes it impossible for that bolt to come loose.
What, by twisting it? Oh, well, hopefully it doesn't come loose, because then we ain't shifting. Here, we're looking to it.
I thought the same thing the first time I saw it.
Oh, why did you need to get it?
I didn't need to get it. Grandpa got it when he worked in the Air Force.
See, it seems like everybody
Watch this.
was in the Air Force or whatnots back then. Oh, that's funny. Feel bad for the next people to work on that.
That would be us, dude. Safety wire to go. We don't have a shift cover, access cover, but whatever.
Access cover.
Yeah, the cover that goes over the top of
Do
it.
you have one?
I don't know. Possibly. I can't recall seeing it anytime soon.
I don't remember seeing it when we got them.
Well, guess what? MP does make those covers new.
Wow,
So we'll
good
put
job,
one of those
MP.
in there. Yeah. And it's powder coated.
Also good job.
All right, not that we're gonna start the engine up or do anything driving wise, but for storage reasons, to make more room in the garage, we get the engine in and put the bumper on. That way we have a little bit more room on that side and we can go through and do some cleanup. All right, I don't know why I'm doing this instead of Nathan. You need to come over here and pack some bearings, buddy.
Okay. So then
We can start with our inner.
throw them in there and
Throw them in there, squeeze that thing until you get all that greasy in the greases.
not all of it, but
Well.
some of it. We're not all that far from driving this thing. If we do choose that we want to drive it, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe not. This goes on the inside.
That slides into the inside.
Great.
All right, grab the other bearing, stick it in there, and pack it on that side. All right, correct order of orientation. We have our axle, we have our inner spacer with the bevel towards the inside.
Just in case you're wondering.
Then it goes through our bearing, and then through our spacer. Then it goes through our outer bearing, and then the outer spacer with original setup as far as backing plates and drum brakes, etc. sits like that, but basically you want to make sure that this edge rides inside your wheel seal. But other than that, it doesn't really matter. Orientation as long as it sits squarely in the seal. And
that doesn't sound very good.
nope, doesn't sound good at all. Alright, so we got our snap. Well, first off we got our bearing. Then we got our snap ring, which I can see that it's all seated, but if you're ever in doubt, just make certain. And grab me the inner seal. The other one, yep. Slide that onto there. And that guy can slide in there.
Nice.
Alright, axle spacer, because we are running disc brakes.
Wait, we are running disc brakes?
We are running disc
We're
brakes.
running drum brakes.
And
And parking brakes.
like so.
Oh, look at that. My car's back together-ish.
Our bracket will slide in there and all that should be good. There's debris all over our control arm. Oh man.
Oh well, I'll get more debris, I'm sure.
Grab a bracket. They both should be the same on those.
You might need the brake. Oh yeah.
I might need the wrench in your hands
also,
too.
Yeah. For anybody assembling the brakes, make sure to grease your brake pads.
Extra greasy brake pads.
Yeah, they have to be greasy or else they won't let you stop. And never use brake cleaner on brakes. I know it sounds like it's brake cleaner, but it isn't. Worst advice forever.
Alright, caliper.
You mean all the other pieces?
Well, caliper and pads, but yeah. There we go.
Well, at least now when we get the car on wheels again, we'll at least be able to hold it in place. Yeah, perfect. Parking brake.
Because streetcar. So that caliper is all hooked up other than brake lines. There, I think that was that side's. And this one can go from there. It would have originally gone to there, but we can do some rebending. Never mind our custom brake line bends. We'll have to redo those with some fresh brake lines, but for now, it will do the job.
More. Actually, yeah, that should be good.
We clear?
Yep. Oh, it looks so good, Dad. See it here? With the cage and everything, just in the red. Nice! Yeah.
Alright, we got one side done. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. A couple hours later, after a quick trip to Kyle's to get a rear wheel seal that was missing.
It's finally back on its own weight.
Under its own weight.
This time with rear suspension, or rear shocks.
With rear shocks. We've got everything set. She's on her own weight. It actually feels really good. The back sits a little bit taller than the front right now.
Which is good, because then once the body's on, it should sit good.
So at this point, we have a complete rolling chassis. And Nathan's acting like a monkey.
Yeah, obviously.
Your roll cage isn't all the way bolted in. But yeah, there we have it. Now that this is complete, we are going to shift attention to the body.
Which is over there here. This.
So there is a show, or there's two shows. They've got Edgefinder's Bug Bloom, and then Desert Dub's 4th annual show coming up. That Desert Dub show was the first show that we took Nathan's car to. That was actually April 20th last year. Anyway, long story short, we're going to shift attention to that body. We aren't going for show quality. We're not going for perfect body work. We're not going for, mirror reflections. Again, we're going to paint this thing with farm and implement tractor paint.
And the cheapest gun we could find on Amazon.
And the cheapest paint gun we could find on Amazon, which is up there. Because we're going to do the air conditioning and electric power steering, I'm going to have to do a quick mock-up of that stuff. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on the fuel filler door. And then we are going to get working on minimal body work. We're going to give it a quick block. This is his first car at 14 years old.
Bought it at 12 though.
And he bought it at 12. This is his first car. It's not going to be a perfect show car, but it is going to be completely restored. Some things could be better. Some things are pretty darn cool.
I know, like AC and parking brake, even the parking brake.
Just check out the detail at the back of this thing. Obviously, we've got work to do back there. The air conditioning is not going to be done for the show. Chances are it's not even going to have, roll-up windows and vent wings. We will have a windshield in it, probably, because I want to drive this down to at least Bug Bloom, because that's only about 20-25 minutes away. So that's doable. Next step is we're going to do some quick work on that body to try and at least get the body painted and ready for a good assembly. But on that note, thanks for watching. I'm Sam.
And I'm Nate.
And life's full of good people.
If you can't find one,
Be one. Later, guys.